So for the first question of this OAT style verbal reasoning style question, we've got this big passage here, which is about global warming in a lot of ways and how it's affecting ice across the world. Okay, so a whole lot of information. There's quite a lot of detail here talking about, how the ice will change over time, where the ice is going to be located, how this is influenced by fossil fuels and people's use of fossil fuels. So you just want to kind of be keeping track of the different arguments that are made as we go through. So, to start off with, it's talking about how we're going to have this long, narrow band of perineal ice, and that just means that it's kind of, it's always going to be there. It kind of doesn't go away. It's almost, it seems to be infinite. So it's going to persist late into the century. But what it says is that if we can end our reliance on fossil fuels, it'll last even longer. So there's a possibility to kind of improve the duration of this ice. Okay, and so the point here is that, hopefully if we can reduce our fossil fuels now, that'll leave enough ice and kind of buy us some time that eventually when we do figure out how to remove carbon from the atmosphere to kind of reverse global warming, it'll be able to kind of recover. That's what it's saying here. They don't drop down to zero. Okay, so some people say it's hopeless because we're on this trajectory, but if you look at climate models, it drops down and blah, blah, blah. So this idea here, but, tells you that the author doesn't agree, this man here doesn't agree that it's hopeless. They're saying that there is the possibility to resolve this issue. Okay, so it's also talking about kind of the location here. So you'll sometimes, it's saying it's not that you'll sometimes have summer ice in this area and sometimes over there. It's going to consistently be around these areas. So just a few little annotations to help you as we go through in picking out the key information in the passage. So the first question, Furman, who is the man or potentially woman that we were talking about earlier, agrees that we must act quickly to stop global warming. Climate models suggest that the consequences of global warming can be reduced. Global warming is imminent and cannot be reversed, or climate change can be completely reversed. However, Arctic ice will constantly be banked up on Greenland and Canada's coastlines. So thinking about what we said before for this, classic MCQ question, when we were looking at the citations from this person, what we saw is that they didn't think it was hopeless, if we remember. Some people say it's hopeless, but I say differently. So if you look at the climate models, there's time to act and potentially mitigate this warming. So the correct answer here is B then. Climate models suggest that the consequences can be reduced. So reduced and mitigated can be seen as synonyms in this particular example.